Hi guys, just as a warning, there's mild language and slight sexual references in this. Hopefully, you don't mind. Enjoy! You buried your face in your large muffler as you knocked on the door to a certain apartment. You shivered as a gust of cold blew against you, cursing under your breath. Finally, the door opened, the spiked head of ash blonde meeting your gaze. The male cursed at the cold as well as he opened the door. How he was able to wear a tank top was a mystery to you. He sneered at your form, his fiery eyes glaring at you.
What the hell took you so long?
You moved the muffler from your lips and smiled. I was getting the drinks, you said and showcased the bag in your hand. You smirked and raised a brow. Hey, are you gonna let me in? I wasn't exactly planning on dying from hypothermia today. The grump scoffed and stepped to the side to grant your clearance into his domain. You quickly rushed in and shuddered from the sudden warmth of his apartment. Why did you make me wait in the cold, Katsuki? Bakugo closed and locked the door before turning to you, his girlfriend of a year.
Because I didn't want to be in the cold.
You rolled your eyes at his bullshit excuse and stripped off your winter armor. You're such a baby.
What the hell did you just say?
You held in a laugh. I said I love my dear boyfriend Katsuki Bakugo with all my little heart. Bakugo growled and walked up to you, getting super close to your face.
Don't fucking mess with me, listener.
You lunged forward and pecked his lips with a quick kiss that made his cheeks turn rosy. Bakugo turned away abruptly.
You bitch.
You giggled and started walking to the small kitchen with the bag in tow. You're adorable, Ka-chan.
Screw you.
You grinned. Did you pick a movie? You said as you looked through Bakugo's pantry, pulling out a bag of popcorn.
Of course I did,
he grumbled. Well then, you pressed the button on the microwave. What'd you pick?
None of your shitty rom-coms, that's for sure.
You chuckled and watched the irritable young man put the disc in the player. The smell of popcorn soon filled your nose, and you practically hopped at the microwave once it beeped, quickly getting the goodie bag out and into your hungry grasp.
Ugh, can't you go any faster?
Bakugo whined. You kissed your teeth and snapped back. I'm coming! Bakugo's eyes glinted at the big bowl in your hands. You sat down just as the movie started, placing the bowl down between you and Bakugo. The greedy brute immediately scarfed down 2 handfuls of popcorn. Hey, save some for me, damn it!
You snooze, you lose.
You hummed and turned your attention to the TV. A familiar title sequence was playing. Don't Even Tell Me was the name. Firestarter again, Katsuki? You said with a teasing grin.
Shut up, you know I fucking love this movie.
He barked and scarfed down more salty treats into his mouth. It was understandable why he loved this movie so much. Little Drew Barrymore played a girl with the ability to set fires with her mind. He probably related to that a lot. As the movie went on, Bakugo would occasionally yell things out like,
"Take that, bitch!" or "Die, shithead!"
as the young girl racked up her kills. Needless to say, it was kinda cute. When the movie finally ended, you sighed and took the now empty bowl in your hands, also placing the empty soda cans in it.
Damn, now I want to blow shit up,
Bakugo said with a crazed smile, and his hands cracked tiny booms. You rolled your eyes and made your way to the kitchen again, Bakugo following close behind. You're always blowing shit up, Katsuki. Bakugo grinned arrogantly and wrapped his arms around your waist, tickling your ear with his warm breath.
Damn right I do.
You blushed but acted like his taunting left you unfazed as you set the bowl in the sink. You hungry? You said, trying to distract the touchy teen. Thankfully, he took the bait.
Hell yeah, I am.
he said, and released from his grasp. That popcorn didn't do shit for me. He sighed obnoxiously, and he plopped himself at the small two-person dining table just by the stove. You got a pan out and frowned. Aren't you gonna help your deal girlfriend make dinner? Bakugo didn't look up at you as he shrugged, obviously hiding a playful smirk. You noticed and smiled a little. Fine. You left the empty pan on the stove and proceeded to walk away. I guess I won't feed you tonight. Just as you brushed past him, Bakugo seized your wrist, to which you smirked. He looked at you with turned down lips, but his crimson eyes held a certain softness.
You're a real bitch, you know that?
You grinned. A bitch you love, right? Bakugo stood and headed straight for the stove.
Yeah, whatever. Let's start this shit so I can eat.
Blackjack! You yelled as you slammed your hand on the thick pile of cards on the floor. Bakugo's hand hitting yours shortly after. Fuck! That's game, baby, you said with a wink.
Fuck you, listener.
The angry loser grumbled as he collected the cards into a neat deck. You laughed at his comment, to which he yelled another profanity. You shuffled your phone out of your pocket and frowned. It's about time, you said lowly as you stood from the floor. Bakugo pursed his lips, as you did, and silently watched you start to gather your things. He stood up after putting the cards back in the box. You're already fully prepared to face the harsh winter air. You noticed Bakugo's disappointment and furrowed your brows in pity. He looked like a little sad puppy, whose owner just left him all by himself. He put up a tough guy front, but in reality, he was pretty hopeless without you. You walked up to him and gave him a big warm hug. He didn't necessarily hug you back right away, but eventually he did. You backed out of his embrace and looked into his eyes with the utmost softness. Don't worry, we'll see each other on Monday at school. He blushed and darted his eyes away from your sweetness.
Like I care.
You gave him a light peck on his pink cheek and started for the door, the silence making your heart hurt a bit. Sure, Bakugo was a bit aggressive on the outside, but deep down he had a good heart. No one else really understood how a sweet, thoughtful girl like you and a bad boy, pyromaniac like Bakugo clicked. But it didn't matter. You loved him and he loved you. That was all you ever needed. You quietly sighed to yourself as you reached for the doorknob. Just as you turned the knob, a hand slammed on the door from behind you. You stood there, frozen a bit, feeling an intense stare on you. You swallowed and slightly turned your body to face the teen who prevented your exit. His fiery gaze was so heavy, so unforgiving, it almost kept you from talking, but you still managed. Katsuki? He didn't respond, but he did plant his other hand on the door, his toned body looming over your tiny frame. You backed up against the door, your heart quickening its pace as Bakugo slowly inched closer to your face. You closed your eyes and felt his lips gently connect, their warmth calming you down. Bakugo pulled away and your eyes fluttered open, a rosy flush on your cheeks. You looked back at Bakugo, his eyes filled with an impatient, hungry look. Before you could even react, Bakugo smashed his lips onto yours, you humming in surprise. He pushed against you with great force, your lips so entangled in a messy dance. Bakugo's hands seized your waist and pulled you closer, your heated bodies pressing against each other. You really didn't want to give in. You wrapped your arms around his neck, and his kisses got rougher. You had to go. Bakugo left your lips with a loud smack and removed your muffler, immediately going for your nape of your skin. You let out a gasp at the sensation of his wet lips on your skin, your hands combing through his spiky head of hair.
But this was so much better than going home.
Katsuki, you desperately whispered as he sucked on your delicate skin, no doubt leaving hickeys in his wake. Bakugo sneered at your annoying coat and practically ripped it off you. For a small moment, you both stared into each other's eyes with great passion, panting from the sheer excitement that flowed within your teenage bodies. Your body took over once again as you lunged at Bakugo, him stumbling back a bit. You jumped at his hips and wrapped your legs around him while you kissing him. Bakugo quickly responding by hoisting you up by your posterior. Little hums escaped you as Bakugo started walking with you in tow. You blushed, knowing exactly where he was going. Bakugo broke the kiss once more as he set you down on his bed, his soft sheets hugging you from behind. You gently panted as Bakugo hovered over you with a lustful intent. I guess I'm staying then? Bakugo smirked and sneaked a warm hand up your shirt, teasing your navel with his fingers.
I don't think you have a choice.
You chuckled at his response.
Way to be dominant, Katsuki.
Bakugo grinned widely and leaped at your lips. And just like that, you and Bakugo were at it again, letting the pent-up passion of your bodies take over as the night passed by without a care in the world.